Ha Long Bay, often called Vietnam's Emerald Jewel, is a breathtaking landscape where tranquil green waters stretch as far as the eye can see, reflecting the sky and the lush islands that dot the horizon. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a place of wonder, where nature's artistry is on full display. Thousands of limestone islands and towering karsts rise dramatically from the bay, like ancient guardians standing watch over the water. Each formation is unique, sculpted by wind and waves over countless millennia. These dramatic karsts, shrouded in dense jungle and often cloaked in mist, have inspired countless legends and stories. Local folklore speaks of dragons descending from the heavens to protect the land, their tails carving out the bay's mysterious shapes. It's a place that draws travelers from every corner of the globe, all eager to witness its magic. Visitors flock to Ha Long Bay, boarding traditional wooden junk boats that have sailed these waters for generations. Others opt for modern cruises, eager to explore the bay's hidden lagoons, mysterious caves, and secret beaches tucked away among the islands. Each journey promises a new discovery, from ancient grottos filled with stalactites to quiet coves perfect for swimming. The tranquil beauty of Ha Long Bay is unmatched, with calm waters that mirror the towering cliffs and create a sense of peace and serenity. It's a place where time seems to slow down, inviting visitors to simply breathe and take in the view. For many Vietnamese families, a trip to Ha Long Bay is more than just a holiday. It's a cherished tradition. Here, generations come together to bond, share stories, and pass down their heritage, creating memories that last a lifetime. The bay is a source of immense national pride, its peaceful vistas and natural splendor offering a rare sense of tranquility in a fast-changing world. It's a place where people come to reconnect with nature and with each other. Yet beneath this breathtaking beauty lies a hidden danger. The very geography that enchants visitors can also turn treacherous in an instant, as the weather here is famously unpredictable. A bright sunny day can quickly give way to sudden storms, with fierce winds and heavy rain transforming the bay into a place of peril. For those unprepared, the shift can be startling and even dangerous. Local sailors who have spent their lives navigating these waters know to respect the bay's power. They read the signs in the sky and the water, always alert to the possibility of change. But for visitors, the risks are often invisible, until it's too late. Even in this paradise, nature's command is absolute. The bay's moods can shift without warning, reminding all who visit that its beauty is matched by its unpredictability. Ha Long Bay's allure is undeniable, but so too is its capacity for sudden peril, a place where awe and respect must always go hand in hand. On the morning of July 19, 2025, the Wonder Seas cruise ship prepared to set out from the bustling port of Ha Long City. The air was filled with excitement and anticipation as families gathered on the dock, waving to loved ones and snapping last-minute photos before boarding. On board were 48 passengers, mostly Vietnamese families eager for a day of relaxation and adventure, and 5 experienced crew members ready to guide them through the scenic wonders of Ha Long Bay. The atmosphere was festive and lighthearted. Children darted between deck chairs, their laughter echoing across the water, while couples posed for selfies against the breathtaking backdrop of emerald waters and towering limestone cliffs. Families pointed excitedly at the unique rock formations, sharing stories and dreams of the adventures that awaited them among the legendary islands. Among the passengers was a 3-year-old child, the youngest on board, clutching a parent's hand and gazing wide-eyed at the vast bay, a symbol of innocence and hope for the day ahead. The ship's route was carefully planned, promising iconic sights, tranquil waters, and a leisurely afternoon exploring one of Vietnam's most treasured natural wonders. A highlight of the journey was a stop at the famed Dao Go Cave, a place steeped in legend and beauty, where passengers hoped to create lasting memories. The bay appeared peaceful, the water calm and inviting. No one on board could have imagined that beneath this serenity, danger was quietly approaching. The Wonder Seas was a familiar sight in these waters, known for its comfort and panoramic views, and trusted by locals and tourists alike. Its crew, seasoned by countless daily tours, moved confidently among the guests, ensuring everyone felt safe and welcome. As the ship glided deeper into the bay, the sky began to change. What started as a perfect day slowly gave way to a subtle unease as clouds gathered on the horizon. The joyful escape was about to take a dark turn, transforming a day of celebration into a national tragedy that would be remembered for years to come. The calm waters and clear skies had masked the threat that was now rapidly approaching, leaving everyone on board blissfully unaware of the storm's true power. In a matter of hours, the laughter and excitement would be replaced by confusion and panic, as the crew and passengers faced a crisis they could never have anticipated. The Wonder Seas, once a vessel of joy and discovery, would become a symbol of heartbreak and loss for an entire nation. What was meant to be a day of unforgettable memories would end in unimaginable loss, forever changing the lives of those on board and the community that welcomed them. At 1:30 p.m., the weather turned without warning. Dark clouds swallowed the sun, and a violent squall swept across Ha Long Bay. Winds howled, waves surged, and rain fell in blinding sheets, reducing visibility to near zero. Hail pelted the decks, adding chaos to the storm's fury. Aboard the Wonder Seas, panic erupted as the ship was battered by wind and waves. Passengers scrambled for shelter. The crew struggled to maintain control. The storm's intensity left little time to react or send a distress call. The bay, once peaceful, became a trap, its beauty now menacing, its islands looming through the downpour. The Wonder Seas was caught in a fight for survival against nature's sudden wrath. The Wonder Seas was overwhelmed by the storm's relentless force, battered by winds and waves that seemed to grow stronger with every passing minute. The sky darkened, thunder echoed across the bay, and the ship's crew fought desperately to maintain control. The ship began to list sharply, tilting as chaos erupted inside. Furniture crashed across the decks, glass shattered, and passengers were thrown violently from their seats. Panic spread as the vessel groaned under the strain, alarms blaring through the corridors. Parents clung desperately to their children, shielding them from flying debris. The earlier laughter and excitement of the cruise were replaced by terror and confusion, as families huddled together, searching for any sign of hope amid the chaos. At 2:05 p.m., all contact with the Wonder Seas was lost. In those final moments, a monstrous wave or a sudden violent gust struck the ship near Dago Cave, flipping the vessel onto its side. The force was so sudden, there was no time for a distress call. Water surged through broken windows and doors, flooding the lower decks within seconds. Most of the 53 people on board found themselves trapped as the icy water rose rapidly, cutting off escape routes and plunging the ship into darkness. The capsizing was swift and merciless. Few managed to reach life jackets or make it to the open deck. In the confusion, many were separated from loved ones, their cries lost in the roar of the storm and the rushing water. The ship slipped beneath the waves in a matter of minutes, vanishing from sight and becoming a watery tomb for many of those aboard. The bay, moments before alive with activity, was now eerily still. The passengers were families from Hanoi, seeking a peaceful escape and a chance to experience the beauty of Ha Long Bay. Instead, their holiday turned into a nightmare, their dreams shattered in an instant. The 5 crew members, who had worked tirelessly to keep everyone safe, were also lost in the disaster, their efforts ultimately overwhelmed by the fury of the storm. In just a few minutes, a routine excursion transformed into a scene of immense heartbreak and loss. Survivors clung to debris, while others searched desperately for loved ones in the churning water. The bay's silence returned, broken only by the howling wind and the distant cries of survivors. Beneath the waves, the tragedy of the Wonder Seas lingered, a haunting reminder of nature's power. The Wonder Seas vanished beneath the stormy waters, leaving behind only scattered wreckage, unanswered questions, and a deep sense of sorrow that would echo through Ha Long Bay for years to come. As news of the disaster broke, Vietnamese authorities launched a massive rescue operation. Navy, border guards, police, and port officials rushed to the scene, deploying 27 boats and 2 rescue craft. The storm still raged, making navigation perilous and visibility poor. Darkness soon fell, complicating the search in the vast labyrinthine bay. Divers braved cold, murky waters, searching the overturned ship for survivors. Their task was grueling. Strong currents, limited visibility, and the grim reality of the mission weighed heavily. Parts of the ship were buried in mud, making access nearly impossible. Every hour mattered, hope faded as the night wore on. Yet the search continued, beams of light sweeping the water, driven by desperate hope. The rescue effort was a race against time and the elements. The nation watched, hoping for miracles amid the tragedy. Amid the devastation, a few miraculous rescues offered hope. A 14-year-old boy survived for hours in an air pocket inside the overturned hull before divers reached him. Another young boy was pulled from the water and rushed to hospital. But for every survivor, many more were lost. Families waited on shore, desperate for news, their relief at rescues overshadowed by anguish for the missing. Survivors faced not only physical injuries but deep psychological trauma, many losing loved ones in an instant. Hospitals became places of both relief and heartbreak. 37 lives were confirmed lost, including 8 children, a toll that shook the nation. The bay, once a symbol of beauty, became a place of profound sorrow. The human cost of the disaster was felt in every story, every family left behind. The Vietnamese government responded swiftly and solemnly. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh expressed condolences and ordered a thorough investigation into the tragedy. Every aspect, from weather warnings to vessel safety, would be scrutinized. The government promised accountability for any negligence or violations. The response aimed to reassure the public and ensure such a disaster would not be repeated. Mourning was matched by a commitment to learn and act. The tragedy demanded not just grief, but meaningful change. The sinking of the Wonder Seas cast a shadow over Ha Long Bay's reputation and Vietnam's tourism industry. Public confidence was shaken. Tour operators faced intense scrutiny. Stricter inspections and new regulations were inevitable, as authorities and tourists reassessed safety. The local economy, reliant on tourism, braced for impact. The disaster was a wake-up call about the dangers of neglecting safety in pursuit of profit. Investigators focused on weather warnings, vessel maintenance, and crew training. The lesson was clear: human life must always come first. The tragedy forced a national conversation about responsibility and reform. The tragedy of July 19, 2025 will not be forgotten. Memorials and vigils honor the 37 lives lost, many of them children. The government's promise of a transparent investigation and real accountability is the first step toward change. Vietnam must set a new standard for safety: better forecasting, stricter inspections, and comprehensive crew training. The legacy of the Wonder Seas should be a renewed commitment to protecting every visitor. Ha Long Bay will heal, but it will be forever changed. The best way to honor the victims is to ensure such a disaster never happens again. From grief must come resolve, a safer future for all who seek the bay's beauty.